And at the end of yesterday's stream, we found out that apparently Unicorn is the correct person to fight in Bishop rank. Um, we were told that their name would have something to do with avian. They would have an avian name, not an Asian name, an avian name. And apparently, Unicorn is avian. I'm not sure how, but sure. So apparently Unicorn is the correct person to fight. I think that they might have meant Pegasus. My theory is that they meant Pegasus because they have wings. I literally went and unfortunately this dude's translation is not on GitHub. A lot of people do put their translations up on GitHub these days, which is really great, but not this guy. This guy kept it closed source, so I can't just go in and try to fix it myself. It would have to be this guy going in and fixing it, and this guy disappeared off the internet 5 years ago, so he will not be ever fixing it. I also found out the dude who did this patch, you wanna know what else he did? First of all, he did a number of like Japanese Xbox sports games for some reason. I don't know what compelled him to do that. But he also did an English translation patch for the PC version of Daisen Ryaku 7. So this dude, the dude who made this patch is all about Xbox strategy gaming. I was thinking about this, by the way, and I feel like I might want to move one of these dragons over to here, or like spread them out more evenly. Right now, if they want to get to my core, the fastest route is to just climb up here and just destroy this cannon, and then you're in there. So putting another object in front of that might be a good idea, I think. But I'm gonna just decline to touch anything for now. That might be frozen water. That might be frozen water on their side. Also, because we can already see their slate, that's gonna be pretty raised up. Remove the square. Oh, right, the square. I have to buy water for that. I have to buy water to remove the square. Okay, if I fail, then I'll remove the square. Yeah, their slate is max height. Wait. Oh, that's not water at all. Those are just weird pits. This slate looks like trash. How is this gonna defend me against me at all? Wait, are my APOs actually doing the right thing? It's because they also have the max height slate. That might actually be really bad. They're just gonna walk into my base. I think they're just gonna walk into my base. Yeah, if they're gonna walk into the base, then we've got defensive Tela options. In fact, well, he's not ready yet, but once he's ready, I might literally just place him, like, right here or something, so that they stop taking land on my side. I really don't like that they're doing that. They're taking so much land on my side. Yeah, I think I'm gonna place him up top. It's just a time thing. Come on, thank you. That will hopefully make them stop being so annoying. I really wish that my, like, a wide slate really makes your APOs just, like, spread out wide. Like, there's a core right there, fellas. Can we please I wish they would just go straight for that core, because if they would, we would kill that core really fast, and they only have... they have 4 cores. They do have 4. But we would totally take that core. We're getting close to being able to send an athlete in, and the athlete will take the core. An athlete will definitely be able to handle this. Oh no. Oh, don't kill my athlete. Don't kill my athlete. Oh no, dude, they killed my athlete. And they have that as well. Time to send in this guy. Alright, cool. Killed that one. Uh, 380 force power, so not really close to anything. Hopefully this one dude will finish off that core. Hopefully he'll do it. My morale is not great. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. That core is dead. That core is dead, and that Tella is also dead. Morale is looking good, so we can keep charging towards the morale down as well. So, good things are happening. We have basically no APOs on their side, though. We have, like, one guy. There was that one guy who was determined. Super determined one guy. They're summoning, like, all of their Tellas, trying to stop me. Or on offense. They're summoning all their Tellas down there, and it's distracting my entire army. That's the problem. I wish my army wouldn't be so easily distracted by things like this. I'm just gonna send this guy. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm just gonna send him. He might kill their Tellas, or he might just, like, mess up some buildings. Their army is all attacking my Tella or something. I'm not really sure where their full army is, but whatever they're doing, it's clearly not very effective. Yo, what's up, Implied Kappa? It's going pretty good. I am 16.5 hours into this and not that close to being done with it. So this is going to be one of the longer Xbox games we've played so far. But, it is going pretty okay, actually. No salads in this game, which is weird. You expect more salads. Oh, my morale is actually, like, super shit. I'm gonna boost it. I'm gonna have to use a morale up on myself. Alright, got a Another morale boost from killing Atella. The whole army, look at their entire army distracted by my volcano. That's just super funny to me. All right, now we're starting to send people in again. That's good. And Volcano will be despawning in a moment. But that's fine because that's just in time to summon the badass himself. Oh no. No, now they've summoned one of these guys. I really need to like... I don't know what I need to do. I really need to do something. Because yeah, my whole army is going to be fighting that. We just grinded their whole army to dust. Literally, did you see how many of them were attacking this Tella, and they're all dead now? The grind him to dust Tella really is kind of OP, I think, because APOs can't seem to kill it. But they are very distracted. They're very easily distracted by it. Oh wait, did we just kill that thing? Never mind, apparently it is possible to kill them. But it sort of is just like, it shreds enemy morale, or it shreds your morale if they summon one. Because they... Man, they've just spent the whole game summoning Tellas down here. I wonder if I should, if there's something I can do. Like, maybe if I put another strip of water down here. Because this has been happening. This has happened in the last couple where they just summon Tellas down here, and then my guys never leave the base because they're too busy fighting. It's basically like an RTS, but like with Lemmings. It's like a Lemmings RTS, maybe, is the best way to describe it. What you do is, there's a construction phase where you build your defenses. So I have built my defenses over here, and you can like adjust the terrain of your slate and stuff like that. So it's a little bit like Populace-y, actually, in the first half, where you're sort of shaping the land and the buildings and stuff. And then the second half, you sort of RTS battle your opponent, who's also done the same, except you don't have any control over the units. So you sort of just like watch. You sort of just watch. Your control is mainly limited to summoning the large units. You summon Tellas. That's morale down for them. We've pretty much got it in the bag at this point. So it's kind of fun because you're trying to set up your defenses in a way that they can't penetrate them. Meanwhile, you're trying to like... You're just sort of watching and hoping that your guys can penetrate their defenses before they get you, I guess. But it's a little bit more interesting than that. But now that we've got high morale and they've got no morale, they're just like, their spawn rate is in the toilet. I've never heard of Fort Condor before. What is... Oh, from Final Fantasy VII, of course. I was thinking that was its own game. There we go. GG, Unicorn. I think you have to... Is that the thing that you have to play, like, once during the main game? There's that mini game where you have to, like, place stuff. And I remember just, like, placing random stuff and not understanding what was going on. That's 25k. Oh, maybe I should have paid attention to that. Shoot, what did he just say about the champion? We meet again. It says Test Master. If you defeat me, you can get to another rank. If you win, that is. Alright, so this is the champion of bishop rank. Once I beat up this guy, we get to queen rank, and that's the true... Well, that's the final, like, full rank. And then once we beat queen rank, there's king, which is just one fight. But yeah, test master. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, this is less, there's not really rock, paper, scissors. It's more like these are my defenses when they're fully constructed. We have a moat of poison water. We have these things which press enemies back and also poison them. We have these guns, and then we have these walls that they have to, like, get through, theoretically. They can just climb these walls. Also, these guns can accidentally turn and shoot themselves, depending on, like, what angle the dudes are coming at them from. The guns will totally just shoot each other, so there's a little bit of backfiring happening there. But this is my setup, the idea being that most of the time the way they end up getting into my base is by walking on this, which they don't usually do, and then they have to get through multiple one-way doors. Ignore the gaping hole in my wall here, I ran out of points. And this setup is incredibly janky and questionable, but it has been working for me, so... Yeah, that square might mess me up this round. Well, let's see. Let's see. It's free to try. There are a number of things I could do. I could patch that square. I could... Wow, look at their defenses. How are they going to get out of the base? What are they... Do those send them over the walls? Yeah. They're jumping over the walls with that. Oh my god, they're parachuting right into my base. Holy shit. That's not good. They're parachuting right into my base. Hear me out. If we lose this, if I have to, you know, if we lose this and I have to go figure out what to do, I know what we're gonna do. Yeah, exactly. Are you posting? Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger base. If I just get a bigger base, we expand the slate and then push the base back even farther, they won't be able to reach. In the meantime, I can try to defend with the grinder. And indeed, I will be defending with the grinder. Please. Okay, kill them all. Kill them all, Charm Powder. And they've got guys on the cannons up there. This is actually like this is a pretty annoying base. It would all fall apart for them if my APOs would just realize they can walk around the back, but they'll never realize that. Yeah, it's gonna come down to my... It's gonna come down to my Tela on defense, unfortunately. He's got to hold the line, and he's not holding the line right now, you can tell. We're gonna send you in. If we can just, like, get into their base as well, you know? I'm gonna leave some guys on defense. Yeah, our morale is tanking, unfortunately. We're gonna, like, get into their base in a moment, though. Like, this is not gonna be a long match. That's... Like, on the plus side, this is not gonna take that long. we're gonna lose really fast or we're gonna win pretty fast, I think. Oh, right, they're gonna spawn dudes, aren't they? We're in their walls. Theoretically, we're in. Morale is doing okay. We're at 405 points, so if we need to, we can always deploy a morale boost soon. Hoping to build up enough for a morale down for them. Killing Atella's good. Charm Powder is successfully holding down the fort back there, though he's gonna despawn eventually, and then we're in trouble. I would love if we could see, like, the Tella respawn timers and the force power meters. I would love if that information was just on the UI somewhere and I didn't have to click into the menu to get it. It's just a minor nitpick, but it's not that big of a deal. But, like, I think that would be good quality of life. Gonna immediately spawn in a hunter. Yeah, my APOs are unfortunately not gonna stop until they... What's the timer on Charm Powder? He's gonna despawn in like a minute. Hunter's gonna do some damage to things though, and he's gonna distract their army, so that's good. Yeah, my own guys are, they're now completely ignoring the land bridge, which means that they've had to learn how to swim through poison water, unfortunately. I think they have just like straight up more APOs than me. 633, we're close. Our morale is not good though. Should I morale boost us? I think I should. We almost got to a morale down for them, but it's just too risky, I think. Man, that guy is completely destroying his own walls. Oof. What do I have that I can spawn in? Only the athlete. Alright, go athlete. We'll see if athlete can accomplish anything here, but I doubt it. Aside from that, we have no Tellas, and they are about to storm into my base, probably. .308. Maybe I should have just downed them. Alright. The athlete is dead. He didn't get to the core. They're attacking my cores now. This is super not good. I think the problem is that once my walls get destroyed, my guys they start ignoring this and they start having to swim through the poison water, and that shreds my army, and then my morale is just in the toilet. I think that's what went wrong. Yeah, there goes one of my cores. Buying more, this is a loss. Buying more Tellas might help. I think buying more Tellas might help. Because right now I only have 4 out of the 6 Tellas. So if I could just be spawning in 2 more big dudes, that could help. Because right there, it was basically over for me once my Tellas were no longer distracting their army. Like, we were doing okay until that point. The last resort is we can expand the slate and move the base back, and then they won't be able to parachute into it. Because everything did start to go wrong pretty much right from the start because they could parachute into the base. They also just have more APOs than me. I think expanding the slate is gonna happen during Queen rank regardless. Because we need another core. We're gonna need the full, like the 50 cap, you know? Who can I buy a second one of? Maybe, what if I bought a second charm powder? This would probably be a temporary strat, but I'm pretty sure I can have 2 charm powders. So what if I just like... What if I just had 2 charm powders? And I can just stagger them so that there's always a charm powder out. Like, once one goes away, I place the other, and then I just keep them on rotation, so there's always a charm powder. I'm gonna do it. That sounds like kind of a cheesy strat, but I'm gonna do it. There are a few things I want to do here, actually. I feel like climbers have been good for me. Exactly. Charm powder is very good. Didn't we determine that, like, Judgment was very good or something? Is it Judgment who's good? No, Judgment was garbage. Yeah. I'm just gonna buy... This one has a lot of health. I'm just gonna buy this. He's kind of filler for now. I'm gonna buy... He's not there yet. We probably unlock him once we get to Queen rank, is my guess. Where's Poison Water? We're gonna fix the gap. This is gonna be probably like 20 Poison Water-ish that I need. I'm gonna buy 21 just for good measure. What else can I do? Oh, right, no, we're actually going to... More walls. I'm gonna be out of points. Wait, if I'm gonna be out of points... That means I can't actually place more water, can I? The doors... They sort of seem to just go around the doors, to be honest with you. They do seem to sort of just go around them. But what I want to do, I want to address that they keep spawning. The fact that they keep spawning APOs here. Once they destroy these launchers, it just becomes like APO hell, or it becomes tele hell. I don't like that. I'm not super sure what I can do about it. Other than just deleting the launchers entirely. Yeah, I could change it to machine guns. Do I have machine guns in stock? I have 4, yes. Let's do that, actually. Hang on. Let's... If we lose, then none of this is gonna get saved. So let's do some experimentation. If we place them, and let's spread them out a bit so that they hopefully don't just all kill each other. Then that means we can dig a moat. I'm just gonna put like a different moat there. I don't know, I think I have water lying around. We're gonna go poison water in here. We're gonna go shock water in here. Oh, we don't have the electric power. Man, those machine guns are way... Those machine guns are way more expensive. Let's see, the machine guns cost 38 compared to the launchers costing 24. Yeah. So not ideal. Oh, my APO's got... Thought I was gonna narrow the moats. I guess I could have done that. I could have narrowed the moats. I don't know, Ketrub. That's what that's what we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I don't think so. I think that... Oh, these guys are the farmers. We need the construction workers. They're just not leaving the base. This is really annoying. You know what? You're all just gonna do construction. Because I can't control who does what. Like, I think that you can spawn Tellas if you own the water, but I don't think that the water can necessarily be claimed by them, is my theory. Like, they can't claim this land tile, so it's mine, so therefore they don't have a 3x3. That's my theory. We'll see if it's actually correct. What if they can just cheat? In some ways they do cheat. Some of their bases have been constructed in ways that I don't actually think is possible. They'll have like one tile ditches, where like it'll be max height wall, then lowest height, then max height wall. I think I've seen that. And like, I'm pretty sure that with the tools we've been given, we can't construct that. The crash was on the first level while changing rooms. That's weird then. I don't know about that. Oh, wait, I thought they weren't stressed. How do they become max stress all of a sudden? The heck? We might not actually get done building before the time limit runs out. They've been max stress for like 3 minutes? No, they haven't. They were just walking around up there. They were max stress, but then I fixed it. And then they've max stressed again. I think we're gonna have a charm powder rotation up top, and then we're gonna hopefully be able to rotate having one APO always smashing stuff in their base, and that's how we're gonna do it. Would love if these guys would hurry up. I don't think the machine guns are even gonna really do all that much for me. Because like they parachute into the base. Almost wonder if I should have built one of the guns right here, you know? I don't think they're getting there. I think we're going in with a... Oh, okay, perfect. They heard that and took it personally. Alright, let's do battle now. What the? Oh yeah, I was gonna move all of my cores up so that they stop falling off the back, because that's a thing that they do. And morale just starts low against these guys for some reason. I think because they have such a giant land advantage because they've got a large slate. I think that slate size might matter just for that reason. They're already attacking my cores, dude. This time they did not play around. They did not parachute into over here. They just parachuted straight to the cores. That's tough, man. They could just be at your core in like 20 seconds, and you start with low morale. Alright, hopefully he'll defend for me a little bit. And they did just spawn a Tela on top of that, so that does not stop them from spawning stuff in. That's not gonna stop it. Morale is just 0, and we're not close to fixing it. So this went much worse this time. I'm not really sure why, but this went way worse this time. I think there's no way around it. We have to expand the slate. Morale is literally at 0. I'm not sure why it was so low. I'm not sure why it was so low when this wasn't a problem last time. Is that why? Does your stress value... Does the amount of stress you have during construction factor in? Is that a thing? Yeah, we failed to get into the base this time. Completely failed. And they're going straight for the cores. They don't even care about the Telas, it seems like. We have nowhere to summon another one. Move right there. But yeah, that's over. Well, somehow it went way worse this time. I have no idea why morale started already so low. That was just really weird. But yeah, pretty clear that we're gonna have to move the base back. Just barely got that. Barely got that just in time to not actually have any APOs left. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go into, like... I think it's back to Rook rank. I think it's back to goofing around in Rook rank for a little bit. While we do work. Alright, so... now I can move the base all the way back there. I'm not sure... like, did I don't think you get more... oh, no, you don't get more electric power for that. So ultimately, my base is just gonna have even more... just, like, flat land in it, which is a bit weird. It's all a bit awkward. This is gonna take so long, dude. Actually, I can, I don't think I'm even doing this the best way. I think the best way to do it is to do this. Ah, shoot. I think you're probably right that that had something to do with it. I think that the fact that they had, gotten stressed out twice during construction phase had something to do with why morale was bad. That kind of makes sense. Alright, well, with 200 points, I could raise that amount of land. So it's gonna take a couple rounds of beating up noobs to get all of this raised. We want all this in the back to be raised, I think. And all of, well, we'll see how much excavation I end up doing. I'll move everything later. I think that the minimum cores, it might be time to upgrade them as well. I don't know. Oh man, my APOs are gonna have to learn how to survive multiple different types of water to get into their base. Hopefully I don't lose because of that. They only have 10 guys. They've only got 10 guys. How hard could this be? Really, the main enemy here is myself. They have different HP values and spawn rates and amount that they spawn. So the minimum cores spawn quickly, but only spawn 10, and they have like no HP. This thing right here seems like it might be able to spawn. Yeah, it can spawn up to 13. There's a cap of 50. The cap is 50. So if we replaced these two minimum cores with that, then we would have 49 out of 50 that we're spawning in, which is good. Close enough. But I could also just buy a 5th core. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this defensive structure is really even viable. I feel like it might be... I feel like I might go with that thing I was drawing yesterday, where it's more of like a shotgun approach than an L shape. Yeah, like right now, the way we've built it, I've just like killed 98% of my own guys. It's pretty funny. Anyway, time to send in an athlete to hopefully just go kill the core so I don't have to keep watching this. Oh, they do have 2 cores. I don't know why I thought they only had 1. They have 2 cores. We still have to cross their moat though, which is regular water, so we're not actually close to being done with this. We're not that close to being done with this. Let's see if Volcano will jump over, because he can do that sometimes. We're not going to be able to defend, yeah. Oh man, there's just gonna be so much like flat ground. Now that I've expanded the slate, there's just gonna be so much dirt that I don't really know. Like, I don't think that this is gonna be viable. I think we have to just rebuild like everything. Into a different configuration. Yeah, it's not doing much. And we still have not actually attacked the core. At all. It's the very we're gonna kill every single object and then attack the core. So I'm actually barely even beating up the noobs. Not that they ever had a chance at getting to me, but I'm actually done a pretty bad job at beating up the noobs here. Yeah, they all went the wrong way, which made it take forever and also made like 98% of them just die for the first several minutes of that. This is a really easy configuration. Wow, that... just get the full 999 every time. Works for me. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. That makes about sense that that costs 100 then. There we go. So I can just move everything back now. How do I want to do this? Because like if I try to build the L, like look at how deep the L is gonna be. It's gonna be very deep. And there's just gonna be a huge amount of land. Yeah, I'm putting them one off the edge this time. They're going one off the edge. Hopefully they find their way to the cores. Like what I could do, I've moved them into a 2x2 configuration, but I could theoretically just do that and then do that, and then this entire half would just be flat space. Like I don't know what to do with it. I expanded the slate out, and I definitely You definitely can't win with a 12 by 12 slate. You definitely do need to expand the slate, but as your slate gets larger, it becomes harder to even really think of what to do with your electric points. What do I do with my electric points? This is all I'm allowed to build. This is everything. Doors cost 31. No, I don't think I do. Like, I can definitely, like, if you look at it, this wall structure is very inefficient because it involves, like, these pillars are both worth, how much are they? Each one of those pillars is worth 32. Each one of the walls is worth 23. So I'm spending 64 points on 2 blocks of protection when I could instead spend 23. So that's 40 points and 40 points right there. So really, this is just a very inefficient use of EP. This whole thing is just a very inefficient use of EP. And like what I was saying yesterday, I think if we change from an L shape to just a straight shot, then we can reconfigure it so that it is a much more efficient use, you know? The fact that it's 2 by 2 door is kind of dumb. Each door is 30 something, so we're spending like 120 on the doors. Like, I think that if I put the cores back here and then just have 2 doors instead of 4, and then we don't need these walls on the sides of the doors, so we can put the walls down the center, and then we can just put a ton of guns in front, and then we just dig the rest down to minimum size. Or down to minimum height. I don't know. Like, maybe something like that would work, actually. I'm gonna, I don't know why they get stressed out. I think that if they don't have work to do, then they get stressed out or something like that. Also, just for, like, beating up noobs' sake, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm just gonna kill the moats. I'm just gonna kill the moats for now. I think we're gonna be rethinking the entire everything, so I don't mind killing the moats. Yo, hey Vince. This will let my army actually get to where they're trying to go. Hey Hahumi, this is one part land grind, one part just, I don't know. We got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. But it's going okay. I think I have a plan for what I'm trying to build that I think is gonna work. So I think it's going okay. Yes, I did spend all the land points. I used it to raise this entire back area that cost all my land points. Yeah, the new build was working, but we've gotten to the boss of bishop rank, and they can just basically parachute directly into my base, bypassing all of my defenses. So that means expanding the slate is the only way to fix that. And expanding the slate means having to resculpt the entire slate. And then because everything is larger, that changes the way we have to defend it. So it's, you know, a bit of a knock-on effect where now I find myself having to fix a huge amount of stuff. Okay, so like I think that what I want to do is instantly move all my cores again to put them in the center. And we're gonna put them not on the back. No, because I don't think they'll be able to reach back here. That's the idea. I don't think they'll be able to reach all the way back here with the catapults. Like, their catapults seemed to let them get to about here-ish. So as long as I put all my defenses after about here-ish, then I think we're okay. Yeah. It's not even the catapult, because we could buy catapults. It's some sort of like upgraded catapult that seems to be even better. So basically what the boss's setup is it's just a wall. It's just like a U-shaped wall with the cores inside it and catapults, and they just catapult over the wall directly into my base. They're actually also walking through the power-up flowers before they do that, so they're landing in my base in a powered-up form. It's kind of spooky. But I think that if we do that, and then just move this stuff out of the way for now. I did attempt to buy Mortellas to see if that would help, and it didn't help. Well, so I lost even harder after buying Mortellas, but I think it was for reasons unrelated to the Tellas, you know? I don't think the Tellas were the... Like, I just barely even got to do anything. I just lost extremely fast for some reason. And we just don't have nearly the walls that we need to be able to do this. Because, like, you see what I'm going for, right? This one's facing the wrong way. Oh, no, it isn't. And I could buy a ton of walls and then destroy all of the ejectors because they're junk. Yeah, we're gonna excavate. We are going to lower everything that isn't my, like, shotgun straight out approach. I think I'm actually gonna move the walls to be one more back, because then... No, this plan was done in MS Paint yesterday. This plan was actually sketched out in Paint yesterday. Did I build one of the doors in the wrong direction or something? Are those both? Yeah, those are both facing the same way. All right, we're good. But like, I won't need, like, I could buy a lot more walls. These guys are each worth 30 and a wall is 20. So that's like 60, so that's 3 walls, 6 walls. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the doors, if we get rid of them, are worth a bit more. That'd be 1, 2, 3. The ejectors would get us there. Yeah, I don't know. This is definitely a bit of, well, here, let's, before I forget, let's also spend the land points. We are not pressing land down, or are we? We are excavating. We got work to do. Is this gonna cost 60? Yes. So wait, does this cost 90 then? It does. Except that doesn't get it all the way to the bottom. So yeah, it's actually way better value to do this. You actually get way more digging power if you don't dig the full 3x3 at once. I thought that was the case. But this is hard confirmation of that. Why this area? 'Cause I'm digging. I don't know, why not? I have a lot of digging to do. I might as well start with this land over here. We'll see if I can even win against Rook rank with how much I've destroyed my setup. It's gonna be funny. We should win just based on raw numerical strength, but we essentially, like, this is just a complete meme slate right now. This guy spent all of his electricity on this really cool looking lake. He's nothing to show for it. He didn't even put the core in the middle of it. Yeah, you're lucky you weren't here for the first like hour and a half of the game. It was like the first like hour and a half to 2 hours. The tutorials, Pawn Rank. Pawn Rank was just like the same banjo song, and it wasn't even, it was like a 10-second banjo loop for like 2 hours. It seems like the music changes based on what rank you're in. There are like certain songs that will play when you're fighting Rook rank people, certain songs that'll play, etc., etc. No, well, if you lived for 2 minutes, then I did beat whoever you were watching me fight, but I have not made game progress in like the last hour. We were working on building a new setup, and it's gonna take a lot of land point grinding to get there. I think that we're not gonna need these pillars where I'm going. Yeah, the random noobs. I did successfully beat up the random noobs. I hope you're proud of me. Some guy with 1 core and a 12x12 slate did lose to me and my, like, what even is this at this point? It's like 26x26 maybe. And my 40 APOs. We did win. Oops, I stressed him out. Wait, I don't know. Hopefully you'll have enough walls to build. It's gonna take a lot of walls to build all the way to the front. I think we're not gonna build all the way to the front. Oh, this wall is facing the wrong way. I don't know if it matters. It might matter. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe after this structure, like, paint is opening. We're opening paint. It's officially happening for today. MS Paint. So, I'm thinking if we do like, here's our slate. Like, what if we did this? No, vertically stacked guns don't work. We know that for a fact. Never mind. Never mind. But something like this, maybe. We've got, you know, walls. Walls. And then we've got our gray door, gray door. Cores are back here. That's a lot of excavation. I don't know what else we do. I mean, another thing is that we're still using 4 doors, where theoretically 2 could suffice. If we just take, hang on, get rid of paint. If we just move this out here, this out here for a sec. We could just have 1 door here. You know? And then reconfigure these. Like this, you know? I don't know what these walls are gonna look like. We have to wait for everyone to build them. I don't know what I've just done with all of my stuff. We have to wait. We could do something like this, and then relocate that to be back 1 and back 1. And right there. And then that allows us to either have 4 doors, like one after another. Like so. I don't know if this gap can be walked through. I have no idea if they can walk through this gap. I feel like they can't. This does mean more excavation, but it also means we can stack the doors tighter here, or just use fewer doors, which then gets us more electricity to work with. And then everything that's not in the walls, we would lower down to minimum height. Do we think this makes any sense at all? Or is this just gonna fail horribly? Right now we don't have the walls. It's funny to see the APOs going through the 4 doors that you can just walk around. They're very orderly. Look at how much just like trash land we're gonna have on either side. Where like if they wanted to, they could just walk through and claim all of the land. I don't think they would do that though. I feel like APOs don't really do that most of the time. They're more focused on going to objects and destroying objects rather than just being like, holy shit, free land. I kind of wish that you didn't have to build in a square, you know? Like, when you get the extend land option, I feel like it should be like, you know in Roller Coaster Tycoon when you buy land? You, like, buy land by the tile. It should be like that, where you just select, like, give me 4 extra tiles on this side, and give me a tile here, and then you can have, like, a weird-shaped slate. Because then you could just have, like, the shotgun max-length slate. And there would be nothing on either side. So I think that would be clearly the best strat if you could just do that. I think that I'm thinking like, I wish I had this so that I could win. And I think that would maybe be unhealthy for the game. Bad for game balance. Because I think everybody would just do that. Let's go into the shop. We need a whole lot of walls. Oh, not bishop. Nope, not yet. I came back to Japan a few months after I went on a journey to train myself. Okay. Guy has a completely flat slate, but sure. Yes. You buy Tellas. That's how it works. No. I have no idea what they stand for, and it's very possible they don't stand for anything, and it's actually just Oppo. It's very possible. Where am I at on electric power right now? Okay. We did see, like a Japanese page dedicated to this game that was calling them Terras, T-E-R-A, which I feel like would kind of make more sense, and it seems like it might be. It seems very possible that our translator friend who put this patch together just like translated it to Tella, like a literal, like, you know, what is it? Is it katakana that they use, or hiragana or something, when they're spelling out loan words, but they don't, like, maybe they spelled it out Tella, but it's supposed to be Terra, and then they just literally translated it to Tella. But actually they did mean Terra, and they don't stand for anything. It says Tella in the manual. Oh, do you just have the actual manual? I did a 2-second Google search for that yesterday, and it didn't come up in the first page, so I gave up on trying to find it. From Software just has the manual on their website. Oh, damn. Yeah, so if it says Tella, then Tella's Tella. There you go. Yeah, it does say Tella in the manual. So it must have been, like, I don't know, when we were translating that page, or that page was just wrong or something. But yeah, Tella. Well, here, can we, hang on. If I, let's bring up Google Translate on this. Camera. It says, APOs are autonomous units that perform a variety of tasks in the GeoSlate. So it might be autonomous performance unit or something like that. It might stand for that. They did just say autonomous. Wait, well, unit starts with a U, not an O. But they did include an A and a P in that sentence. I think they might just be Oppos. If the manual's not gonna explain what it stands for, what either of those things stands for. Hang on, let me translate Tella as well. We're probably just gonna win this, so I'm gonna stack everyone on offense and then watch. Translate camera, I closed it. Yeah, it totally doesn't say what Tella stands for either. So we don't really know where the name Tella comes from. There's no more poison water. I may or may not have drained the moats just to save myself the hassle. Here's a thing in the manual that describes... Hold up. Wait, what? Hang on, there's something in the menu that we have to investigate. There's something in the manual that has nothing to do with potential game progress, but that I do have to investigate. Yeah, maybe it's terror. I don't know why all of my guys are obsessively suiciding in this lake instead of going for the core. This lake is really alluring to them. I don't know where they think they're going. Add the Oppo corn. A messed up looking guy. Now, the thing is, this does leave us with pretty major weak spots, which is that if they climb these walls and destroy the... Well, first of all, there's also this. I think I might put pillars here or something, but, if they climb up these and destroy these walls, then they're just in. So I think we're gonna need guns of some sort to defend them from just climbing these walls in the back, you know? Yeah, I think I may, like, we're gonna flatten it first, but there's probably something I can do better than just having the land be flat. I definitely need to put pillars here, otherwise they're gonna leave the base through these ways. I definitely need to put stuff there. Yeah, well, that's the power of, what is it? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think I have a 26 by 26 slate compared to their 12 by 12. Like, their entire 12 by 12, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Their entire 12 by 12 almost fits in, like, this corner of my slate. My slate is just many times larger than theirs. I got one guy to come over here and make like a T for Tella, and that's all they got. Yes. There is a lot of friendly fire of the guns and the blowers. The blowers usually die because they get killed by the guns, actually, is what happens. And then the guns also just shoot each other a lot. It's... the guns and the blowers was like, we were winning anyway, so I wasn't gonna fix it. But it was clearly very janky and bad the whole time. It got us through Bishop rank, but it was not good. Oh yeah, thank you. Check this out. Apparently... there's an original mode where you can now tweak the voice changer. You can adjust the settings of the voice changer built into the online. So you can... I don't know what spec energy is, which is interesting, but you can pitch up or pitch down your voice. Like here, what does the manual say? How does the manual describe these options? Spec energy says, changing this value will change the voice quality. Pitch scale. By changing this value, you can adjust the pitch. Whisper. By changing this value, you can add noise. And robotic. By changing this value, you can keep the pitch of the voice constant. So you can like crank up robotic and crank up pitch scale. And then just have like a weird... like constant high pitch voice, and like crank up whisper and there'll just be like horrible static over it, and turn down like spec energy might be like bitrate or something, so you can have like a super, like this would probably be like the worst. Anyway. Please, come try my Slate's moat. I should just always have them maxed into training while I'm working on this. I'm leaving the guns up for now. I don't know what I ultimately want to do with those. I'm excavating that land last, I guess. But yeah, it's starting to come together. The stupidest possible looking slate. Probably like 2 more rounds of excavation, 2 or 3 more rounds, and then we'll be fully excavated. And then I have to decide what I want to do about my front-facing defenses, because I probably don't want to bother with these blowers. And I have to decide what to do about this stuff in the back. Yeah, I was kind of thinking... No, there's no... Very few people have played this game, Lazy Child. I really don't think anyone has speedrun this. That being said, it's not like I've checked. No, no results for Thousand Land on SRC. I think it does work on emulator. I'm just trying to think about, like, what... I don't think I would, because I haven't played it in one sitting, and also because there is documentation of someone else beating the game online. I don't think they posted their full gameplay footage. There's that video by Madman Epic. Other than that, I'm not sure if there's like a full playthrough. I looked on Nico Video and there was a playthrough, but I only found up to part 18 of it. And part 18 was only in Bishop rank, I think. Maybe even Knight rank. So, I don't know if that guy, who was uploading like 15 years ago to Nico Video, finished their Thousand Land playthrough. Yeah, it would be possible. I have built and rebuilt my setup a number of times. You could definitely... It would be a really long run. Like, I think that it would be tough to beat this game. You know, it would be tough to beat this game in under 6 hours, let's say, just because you do have to do a number of fights. And, you know, the fights take time. But I think that what you would do is you just know what the winning setup is. You would need sort of incremental winning setups, because we can't just build this right from the start. I think that what you would do is instantly invest in expanding your slate. Like, as early as possible, expand the slate, because that means you're going to get more land points. And then you build basically a junior version of whatever you're... Like, let's say that this setup is the winning setup. It's probably not. But let's say that this is, like, you determine as a speedrunner that this setup will beat the entire game. You build, like, a junior version of this as early as possible, where, like, it's not as deep. And then you just make it as deep as, like, you just make it deeper as early as possible into the game, but you sort of have to do it incrementally because of how land points work. But I think that it's pretty possible. I am not going to speedrun this game, I will say that. Definitely not. But a lot of my time has been spent grinding to build setups that I ultimately completely scrap. And losses and things like that. Inefficient grinding done with a 12 by 12 slate, so I wasn't getting very many land points. Inefficient land point spending, where I wasn't excavating in the correct way, so I was spending way more points than I should have been. There are a number of things that I could do to speed my playthrough of this up. I have not done any. I've tried to do. I've looked into a couple Xbox games for speedrunning, like rolling. But I've not done any. On GameCube, I only did like 2 or 3. Oh, I did Petite. That's true. I did Petite Copter. I did actually speedrun Petite Copter. I didn't do it on stream ever, but I have like a. I don't even think I uploaded this VOD anywhere. Maybe I did. It might be on YouTube somewhere as like an unlisted video. But I did get like a 10, 30 something, I think, in Petite Copter, which is pretty good. Anyway, this is pretty much the final form. At this point, we have to make the decision on what to do with these guns in the front. I think I'm just gonna move them off here for now so that we can flatten it. Yeah, I think we literally just like put them like this for now. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just moving all of this. These are not final positions at all. I'm just getting everything moved. I'm gonna have to start spending a little bit of money. I want these back squares blocked off, otherwise they're gonna use the back squares and I don't want them to. I think we're gonna put moats. So right now I have 77 electricity. If I destroy some of the blowers, I could get more electricity and then use that to build moats. I'm not really sure that moats are that good. In all honesty, I'm not convinced that moats are even good. Yeah, it seems more difficult than I initially thought to build land that Tellas cannot spawn on. I almost wonder... Yeah, but the thing is, so I think that APOs learn to swim through a certain type of water. Like, they can learn to swim through one tile of water somewhat quickly, and once they've learned it, it's learned for the rest of the match, to where, like, even if the moats are catching them at the start, even if they just don't already know how to get through that water, which it kind of seems like is happening in all honesty, I think that, like, I think they would learn to just negate, and like once the mode is negated, the mode is negated. You know? I have a lot of land points right now left over. I still have 389 of them right now. One thing I was thinking is that we could re-raise everything I just dug down. And then we could build a grid. We could do a grid pattern of 3x3 pits, followed by maxed raised land. So it'll be like a maxed raised land grid with 3x3 pits. And the advantage of that would be that they could only spawn Tellas in deep pits, where they were effectively useless. A 5th core. I think that for a 5th core, I would just delete this door. I think I would literally just delete this door and just put the 5th core there. Would be the plan. No, they're 3x3, and this is 3x3. So we could just put a core there. I'm just gonna send this fight. I'm just gonna send this fight. A bait pit for Tellas with a 5th core? I don't think that would work. I don't think that would work. This is like the most annoying Rook rank setup, by the way. Back when my bridge was on this side, literally, it would take my APOs forever to break through these trees. And they would just die trying to swim through this, and there was no way for them to get up the center. And this setup really bugged me when I was grinding a couple days back. This is a really annoying setup. But now that they can just run down the center, hopefully it's less annoying. Yeah, the trees scare them away. That's part of it. These are like scary trees. So it takes forever to destroy them. Yeah, my APOs are still too stupid to handle this. Yeah. They always make these really aesthetic slates, and then mine is just this. An athlete would fuck this up. You're probably right. But these trees take absolutely forever to destroy. I honestly, like, maybe I should plant these trees. Maybe just, like, in the weak spots, like, back here, I should have a forest of these trees, because they're so goddamn annoying. Tellas do not cost electricity. They have these timers that they spawn on. That's the only thing stopping you from spawning them in all the time. There's no resources. And like the fact that the trees are here, which means that once the people get spooked by the tree, they almost always run all the way back and off the cliff. Like, this is like secretly a really devious slate. Yeah, I'm going to buy 2 more Tellas for sure. We're not gonna go into the rest of the game with fewer than max Tellas. The menu does scroll. Yes, you can have up to 6. Which is weird because the menu displays 5 of them. So at that point, I don't know why they didn't just display all 6. It scrolls to show one thing. How much more game is left? We are on the boss of Bishop rank. After I beat that, there's Queen rank, which is probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 required fights. And then after that, there is King rank, which is the final boss, and that's it. Go ahead and... First of all, I do need... two of these bad boys. And, yeah, I don't know, let's build... Let's buy a middle core. Technically, if I bought a second middle core, I would be able to replace the light cores with them, and we would have 49 as my cap. And then I also wouldn't have to delete a door. But I'm gonna not do that for now, because I can always just re-buy certain things later if I want to do that. Well, at this point, we're going to be deleting the guns. We're basically out of electricity. Let's go into Rook rank and place this stuff. Can't deploy more cores, too many APOs. Oh, it's because my cap is 43, and this would bring the cap to, whoops. The cap is 43 because of this, and then this would bring it to 56, so I can't place it. That's awkward. That is super awkward. So to get exactly 50, I would need 5 that all spawn 10. So I guess we're not doing that right now. I guess I'll buy the second. I guess I'll just buy the second middle core and then replace the minimum cores. I think that's what'll happen. And then we'll have 49. And each middle core does take about 10 more energy. Yeah, that's true. I might as well replace one of these now. You know, to be honest... Yeah, well look, I don't know what to do with the land points. You're right, that I have them. But I don't really know how I'm gonna build land. Wait. No, never mind. Don't wait. I got nothing. Steep mountains do not actually prevent telespawns. We thought they did, but they don't. Well, so the thing is, the only so land in this game is generally contiguous, if that makes any sense. Like, if you're raising and lowering land, the game will try to smooth out your land so that it's always like a smooth surface on top. The only way that I know of to make walls like what I've done here is with the 3x3 excavation tool. Wait a minute. I have an idea. I have a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Let's say that we raise this corner up to max height. Here we are. The corner is at max height. Now we excavate around it. I might not have the points to test this exactly right now. Can we use... I think I've tried this and it didn't work, but I want to try it again. You can create those little interesting spikes. Can I use flatten to get this? No. See, it makes it... It just makes it contiguous. It just does this. It's super steep, but you can definitely spawn tellas on this, because I've done it before. Yeah, I guess it's hard to climb, so what I could do is just build really steep mountains, like rows of really steep mountains, so that if they wanted to get back here to attack these walls directly, it would just take them a little bit longer, because they would have to climb up the really steep surfaces. Actually, what's worth testing, they're slippery. You can make certain surfaces slippery, and I almost wonder, what if we had really steep mountains that were slippery? Would they be impossible to climb? I'm gonna leave this little mountain here as a test platform. For that, maybe. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right that flat is bad. Alright, sick. Everybody is just coming out the doors, and they're not falling off the back either. To be honest with you, before we do anything else, I kind of want to send this against the bishop boss and just like see Like, are we just barking up the wrong tree here, you know? I've never said that expression out loud before, but are we completely wrong? Like, are they just gonna stomp me? Because I think that they'll be able... I'm trying to think. I think that they might be able to launch people behind the first door. I don't think they can get farther than that, but I'm just trying to think about what our old setup looked like. It was the moat, followed by one block, I think. Well, no, I don't think there was a block here. I think it was the moat. Then, no, there was a block there. Then there were the blowers. Then there was the tier. Then there was the wall. And they were landing like right around in here-ish in terms of distance. Yeah. Panic summon Mr. Grinds them to dust. I might move the first door into the last door position. You're right. But I just want to see what happens. We're literally just assuming things and guessing right now. I want to know what happens if I send what I have right now against the bishop boss. There's no reason not to. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna step away for a sec though before I do that. I'm gonna leave you in suspense. So I'll be back in like a minute, and then we're just gonna see what happens. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Yo, Rio, thank you a ton for the 20 months. I appreciate it a bunch, dude. I hope you're doing well. But like, this is the steepest. I think this is about as steep as land can get, and I was spawning Tellas on that, no problem. Actually, this might be a little steeper over here. Yeah, morale is starting not in the toilet, which is gonna help quite a bit. They don't seem to be able to make it. I actually don't think they can make it. I actually don't think they're making it past the first door. They are landing on the land in front of the first door, which makes me think I should get rid of this, like, 2x5 right here. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Wait, can they just... The hell was that? They can just walk around the walls? Well, they're beating up the walls and not the door, but I'm okay with that for right now. Oof. They're hitting hard, but this seems good. This is going much better than last time. Yeah, maybe I should reconfigure so that the pillars are in front instead of all the way in the back. The cannons do friendly fire the walls, I think. They would friendly fire if they shot up there, but they kind of seem like they're not shooting up there, actually. Soon they will have no walls in the front. They do have all their Tellas that are spawning in and being annoying. My Tellas are going to be online soon. Dude, they've destroyed all of our 3x3 squares. I have nowhere to spawn Tellas in anymore. Get this guy. Our morale is good. So that's good. As long as our morale stays good, then I can keep building up force power towards lowering theirs, which is gonna really hopefully help us to turn the tides a little bit. I think it could still go either way. I think it could kind of go either way right now. Of course they choose that land. Wait, how come they're spawning Tellas in on my land? Oh wait, is mine. Okay. That was weird, because it didn't look like they were going to let me spawn that in, and they did. I don't need to increase my morale because it's maxed. Yeah, I think we've got this. I think I think this crappy looking base might actually get us there. Holy, wait, what the? What the? What? Yo, I have no idea what just happened, but all of their cores just blew up at the same time. They're done. They're cooked. They're finished. I have no idea why that happened. I thought we were attacking this core right here. Don't know what happened to these two. Yeah, we like carpet bombed it. It was like a... You know what? I think that's literally it, Dab. I think that maybe if you destroy a core, it does damage to adjacent ones, which... uh-oh. Uh-oh, back here. But I think it was literally a chain reaction. We're destroying this, did enough damage to destroy this, which did enough damage to destroy this. Well, just don't let them get into my base, and then we're fine. I mean, look at that. The defense is held. They are very locked in on trying to kill these walls, rather than making any forward progress. It also seems like they were distracted by the random trash I placed off to the side, so that's good. This base is gonna work, dude. The only thing is that this might still take a while because of how large the slate is and because of their tellas. It might just take them a while. It might take us a while to actually blow up their core in the back there. But they only have 10 APOs. There's nothing they can do to me, so it's just a matter of time until we win. 10 APOs that are like completely tanked on morale. And actually, we've taken up most of the space that they could spawn APOs in. They can put one like back here. They can put one, I guess back here is still a possibility. Yeah, once the athlete is back up, athlete might be back up now actually, soon. Once athlete is back up, we'll just win. There we go. GG Bishop rank. The shotgun formation worked. Yes. APO spawning is automatic. They just kind of spawn in. It has to do with, like, the spawn rate depends on what type of core it is and also your morale. But you don't have to do anything to make them spawn in. They just auto respawn at the cores. Maybe you could become king? Good luck in any case. There you go. Queen rank is mine now. I am a member of the Queen Circle. I am a member of the Queen Circle. Face me if you wish to ascend further. Maybe we have to beat the Queen Circle in order to get the champion to show up. Iceman. Look at it, this guy's slate. His name is Ray, and he just built a guy. Yeah, this'll work. I have just noticed that I have not won over the last few months. I wonder why that is, Ray. Anyway, let's go for Kitamura at Queen. Face me if you wish to ascend further. I'm gonna continue to hold off on ever buying anything. We're gonna spend money when I need to spend money. Otherwise, we're gonna keep pressing forward. Oh no, dude, it's the Forbidden Memories music. This is gonna be a tense battle. I guess I could check the new stuff in the shop. Well, once I win or lose, then we'll go check it. That cannon might be a problem. Nah, it's not lined up correctly. Oh yeah, I should have lowered the front. You're right. Well, I don't think this slate is going to give us that many issues. Also, yeah, damn. Queen music. Yeah, a lot of their offensive weapons are not lined up in the correct direction, so they can't bombard my base like they were probably hoping to. It's gonna be slow, because the slate's big, but I'm feeling confident about this. It kind of feels like a lot of the non-boss slates in this game are just built for like aesthetics and are just kind of stuff thrown all over the place rather than having like a very concrete strategy. And then the bosses do have like they've come up with something good, you know? Like the strong walls and then parachute over the walls guy that we just beat. Or like the slow them down and have a bunch of cannons pointed at them that the knight rank boss had, or maybe that was the rook rank boss. But it seems like the bosses are sort of the intelligent gamers. Oh my god. Oh my god, that cannon just one-shot my boy. It's unclear what they can and can't do with Moat. It's kind of unclear. Yeah, destroyed cores are definitely neutral terrain. That's definitely a thing. I think I'm gonna not spawn the athlete in favor of Volcano. Yep. That's why. What did they just do? I think that was just me killing Atella, is what that was. 423 force power. They've got the decoy tree. We're going straight for the back. We totally ignored this core up front. Going straight for the back core. Oh. Okay, well that thing's dead then. Never mind, we weren't ignoring it. Man, it's super satisfying when you're just like stomping the enemy and you just get to look around and watch them like completely routed. They've got nothing on me, dude. It's kind of funny that they leave these people on defense and they're just sitting in the cannon doing nothing the whole time. Yeah, like if you look at it, to be honest with you, I think the flat land is like I think that what's happening is they're so obsessed with taking the land that my cannons just kill them. Like, my cannons just blast them while they're taking this land. So you can see that they've claimed a huge amount of flat land on my side of the slate, but like, I think that that's essentially just distracting them from what really matters, which is my base. I have no idea why my APOs are having such a hard time finding their last core. Maybe we use, let's try this. Let's try the summoning spell to get them all over here. Devious Slate, it's working. We've made it to queen rank with this. Literally just insanely defended, raised up core area with walls, and then random trash on the sides to distract them. It's worked great. It's still a very slight L. We've just reshaped the L to be like the fattest L. I'm gonna lower that land down now as well, so that they can't get a foothold up there. Wait until you face the Queen Champion. Alright. It's Minami, Azuma, and no one new. Okay, so yeah, they mentioned the champions, so we're gonna keep beating up the @Queen gang. They seem like the people that I have to beat. Oh, right, hang on. Shop. What's in the shop now? Mid-heavy core. Can create 4 APOs at a time. I don't think I care. Huge gun with great range. Yeah, that's the giant cannon thing that like one-shot my Tella. The Dispel cannon is really strong for sure. Anti-air weapon with auto intercept is kind of interesting. If that's like if we ever need that, then there it is. This is the strongest and tallest wall, but you can just climb over it, so I don't even think it matters. I don't think this one is climbable. I saw them, they were using this, the bishop boss. I think this is climbable, but this is not. I think maybe stone walls might be better than what I'm currently using. Rock wall. That's climbable. Because, like, look, it's literally got a like a walkway on the top. It's like that for a reason. This is interesting. There are door upgrades. The stone wall is 25 versus I've been using trap barriers, which are 26. So, actually, it would save me a tiny amount. Let's see what Tellas are out there now. Destroyer. Destroy all strong ones. Look at his health. This dude's crazy. Blazing Grouch is new. Negotiator can make Tellas change sides? Damn. Maybe, oh, Negotiator, dude. Imagine if we just deploy the Negotiator whenever they have an obnoxious Tella, like, wreaking havoc in my base. We just deploy the Negotiator, and then he's mine. As far as spells go, what's new? I could see there. I think Thunderstorm might be new. Rains down thunder around. I'm kind of like content with my spell situation. Turn field. Captures one enemy field. Whatever. I think I'm fine without it. I sort of like saving up points and then using morale down on them. I guess that's you do raise an interesting point though, because you can just, no, you can just use turn field all the way in the back of their base and then start manually moving guys there. Yeah, that's actually a really, That's, okay, that's going in the list of ideas. We're gonna continue trying to win without spending money. But actually, that is pretty huge, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna lower this ground. I don't think I can lower this, no. So they will be able to climb up here and stand in front of the door and like punch at it or whatever, but... And I think I'm just gonna... No, if I move the pillars, I think I do want to keep this how it is actually with the pillars. Otherwise, they're going to be leaving out there, and it leaves a hole in the back there. People can just climb up and get into my base. I mean, let's try it, I get... Okay, yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. I'm going to move this one up to here. That way they're not beating up this wall quite so much. I have 33 electric power, so I could actually... I can, like, almost buy... Like, if I just replace one... I forget how much electric power is a pillar. They are 32. Okay, so I can just buy another pillar and stick it right there. Or I can deploy a machine gun as well. Yeah. I've got just a... no, I don't have enough. A machine gun is 38. Well, what I can do for now is I can stick a wall here just to fill that gap. My guys are about to get stressed out. Don't do that. That didn't actually help. Alright, there we go. Yes, they're all the right way around. No, this is not a trap wall. This one is just a normal wall that I placed. I'm pretty sure I just placed a normal one. I don't really care that much. I think it's fine. Yeah, if they're destroying this wall, then we are in big trouble. We have a serious problem if they're breaking that wall down to where it's kind of just like, you know, like whatever. Also, I feel like the trap walls aren't actually that good. I think the trap only activates once ever. I saw it activate on an APO like 1 or 2 fights ago. It was like this wall right here. I saw it activate. And it's just that like this horizontal bar on top of the wall falls down and knocks them down. And I think that's it. I don't think it regenerates. I think after that, it's just a normal wall. So like I actually think they're kind of probably worse. I don't know. It depends if it respawns or not. Because like if you think about it, that means that one-time trap is only necessarily saving the wall from 1 hit of damage, assuming that a second APO is going to come to replace the first one. And Minami's built like a really cool castle. This is kind of a 6 late. Yeah, I should really probably replace the wood walls with the stone walls. It wouldn't save me that much electric. It would save me like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd save me like 10 electric or something. But they have like 400 more HP, which will collectively stall them for a very long time if I replace all of the walls with stone walls. And I'm pretty sure they're not climbable. Yeah, I'll buy a few. I'll buy a few and then we'll like monitor it to see if they get climbed. Oh, wait. Oh shit, you're right. Never mind. We have our answer. We have our answer. They are climbable. What is the point of a wall that you don't have to break down? I'm not sure why that's even in the game. Oh man, that's like my whole army. Yeah, Minami's got one of the slappers. Look at that. All my APO's dead. Fine, all of theirs are dead too. Yeah, morale is holding, which is good. As usual, they're distracted trying to claim all this land, which is getting them killed. Smacking the core. All right, we're in there. We're in there. Their morale's never gonna recover from that. Man, all their cores are like outside the castle though. It's gonna take us forever to get to those places. I think we've got that 3x3. Nah, we don't. Yeah, I know. I'm just chilling and waiting for one of my guys to go away. That's at 390. My side of the slate is fully empty. They have nobody over here. They're in full panic mode. Yes, the eyeball stalk one can climb. His name is Climber. You can see Climb is lit up there as one of his abilities. I'm hoping that Volcano will just kill these cannons so that they'll stop being so annoying. No, he doesn't care about that. Well, he'll hunt this Tela at least. That's a thing. Awesome, that core's dead. Man, I think we're just gonna rip through the rest of the game with this setup, honestly. We'll see. Maybe King will be like a massive difficulty spike. And the queen boss or something. But I feel like since we set this up, we've just been like stomping. $100 by 100 land. Nah, you can see the max size here. The king is probably gonna have the full slate, which might be annoying, but oh no, they've got the negotiator on the field. Well, I have no Telas out for him to take other than Volcano here. Volcano's despawning soon. I did not buy the negotiator. No, I did not buy anything. Trying my best to get as far as I can without spending money so that I don't accidentally spend money on the wrong thing. Almost there on the morale down for them. I think this is their last core that I'm fighting right now. They might have one more core all the way in the back. But they're done. Yeah, they do have the final core all the way back here. Then just send you. They didn't even destroy any of my junk. My junk has held up. Yeah, in theory I could have definitely like a 1 block high wall across this entire, like a, you know, max height 1 block wall across this entire width, just to make it a little bit slower for them to get across, but I'm feeling good about the slate. feel like this game has a lot of mechanics that I do not understand and have not needed to engage with. Like the whole elemental thing and the seeds, and like there's all these different building types. I wonder if all of that is like actually good, if you decided to understand it and spec into it. Yeah, maybe they'll abuse it in King rank. Maybe we'll find out when we get to King rank that there's some kind of like crazy elemental thing going on. No, Iceman, I'm busy. I think I am gonna buy Shodai King. The first founder king of Geoslate. Wait, what? I mean, he's only queen rank. I'm just gonna buy some Tellas. I said I'm not gonna spend money, but that was a lie. I'm gonna spend money so that I have some Tellas. Just so that I've got 6. Alright, he's got quite the complicated slate back there. Annoyingly, they don't actually tell you what. It sounds like someone ought to write the game facts guide for this. That's someone being not me. I think this guy is using moats. I think this guy is using empty moats as like an aesthetic choice to make it look like he's like plowing the fields or something. Like, doesn't that look like plowed fields? I think that's what he's going for. And yeah, I saw your the soundtrack upload with the dancing dude. I like him. He's dancing. A lot of this game's soundtrack is kind of just like 10-second loops, though. Well, again, this slate is very disorganized, so I think there's a lot of defenses, but I feel like what I've learned from using defenses is that defenses aren't actually that good. That being said, these guys are totally gonna overrun my defenses on this side. Hopefully they all get distracted and killed by the Tella. One of them is attacking my door from somewhere. Oh, did I kill one of their cores? Oh, one of their cores was just like all the way in the front. The soundtrack takes up like 83% of the game's file size. This game's file size is not big. I did notice that. Let's see, do I still have it? I do. This game is 1 gigabyte, which actually is not even close to the smallest Xbox game I've ever found, but of that, let's see, the sound folder is 891 megabytes. So yeah, this game is like a 100 megabyte game with a full CD of soundtrack slapped onto it. Well, actually that includes the movies though. The movies aren't even that big. The BGM folder is 611 megabytes. I should probably send in some tellas. Things are getting a little bit weird. Where is my army anyway? I think they're just spread very thin, taking care of a lot of things at once on their side. Looks like they're mostly on the left. Yeah, it's like green. It's like different green scale textures. It's hard to see. What's that core taken care of? I'm still at max number of Tella. Those two are theirs. Morale is max, which is good. We're 465 force, so we're going to be able to down them soon. And I've destroyed most of their cores, so we're going to win this. Yeah, when the lighting changes, it's very hard to tell who's got what color. Yep, they are distracted by beating up this stuff, which they're going to be done with soon, but they got a whole lot of things to get through. All they can really do to slow me down is spawning the Tellas in. I'm gonna send a negotiator. We'll see if it works. Please go negotiate with those guys. We've got the good cop, bad cop. The negotiator is the good cop, and then the hunter, the volcano, is the bad cop. Nah, negotiator is distracted. He's not gonna work. Man, Volcano died without doing anything. Get him. It's time to give me that guy. No. Can the negotiator just like not walk up small steps? I think the negotiator has a hard time with small steps. Negotiations have broken down. see if this one's any good. That door is still How did this one get through the door? What? Oh, they can walk through the door when we walk out of the door. I see. That's how they did that. They can climb over the wooden walls too. That just... I don't know. Well, they're still super hopeless. It's fine. Meanwhile, in their base... Oh, this is a max-size slate. I feel like they should give you a little bit more electric points to work with as you expand your slate. I understand that the point of the electricity system is so that there's some limit on the number of objects, but I feel like the object number... Like, I feel like the limit is a bit too low for the size that you can get your slate to, because, like, inevitably there's gonna be these large empty areas. You can't actually use a max-size slate for much other than what I'm using it for. Yeah, it might be a processing issue, because like at the end of the day, the Xbox does have to simulate all of this. It is 50v50 battles, plus potentially a bunch of objects that do things. So I could kind of see maybe they might start to run into something, 'cause that's going to be like all CPU as well. I don't know. I mean, Roller Coaster Tycoon can simulate all kinds of sims. But they're a bit simpler. And also, yeah, Chris Sawyer is Chris Sawyer. I made a new layout. We are not farming, this is tangible game progress. This is my layout. This is what we decided on, and it's working great. They're finally done destroying the trash and can now start to actually attack my base. Yeah, it was, well, so the boss of Bishop rank was firing people out of catapults that were then parachuting into my base. So I had to move the base farther back. And when I did that, it became clear that the shape of the base that I had going, where it was like a kind of a fat L, the fat L was not gonna work as I expanded the slate, because we weren't going to have enough electricity points to build enough walls to defend it. So I had to change into a more optimized shape, and that's why we're doing this. Yeah, it's got to be more aerodynamic. It's still gonna take a while because of the Tellas, but at this point, they're spawning in like 15 APOs, tops. They've been trying to kill this wall for like the last 7 minutes. Oh my god, that dude has drawn... The volcano walking backwards has drawn my entire army out of their base. Incredible. The entire army left the base following that guy, pretty much. Maybe Negotiator can't negotiate. Like, if I have 2 Tellas out, maybe he can't negotiate. Because technically, if I negotiated those guys, I would have a 3rd Tella on my team. Oh, whoops, they're gone. And maybe that's just, like, not a thing you can do. Like, the negotiation will only work if he's the only guy out, so that the negotiated one fills into the 2nd slot. Gonna morale down them again, dude. No morale allowed. Oh my god, it's... The whole... My plan is now backfiring on me, or they're using my strat against me, where the APOs are distracted by this huge amount of land, and they're not going for the core because of it. Oh, it's because whenever they try to make any forward progress, they spawn in another Tella, and then that distracts my whole army. That's part of it, too. Morale, I think, has been working. It's hard to tell what it... Like, seeing the concrete effects of morale is... Like, you can't tell. But... It seems like it's doing good. It seems like whenever I use morale down, I win. But it might just be because I only use morale down in situations where I can build up enough points for it. You know what I mean? Like, it might be a selection bias or whatever. Some type of bias. Where, of course, I always win when I use morale down, because I only get to use morale down in situations where I'm already winning anyway. Yeah, it probably just helps me snowball. Yeah, my army is totally distracted by just taking land in the middle of nowhere. They're not going for the core at all. I could honestly see this going to timeout just because my guys are dumb. And it's going to take them absolutely 5 ever. Well, here, can I spawn in? Athlete's not ready yet. Athlete will go straight for the core. Rally, like, doesn't work. I'll try it. I can try to rally them, but they, like, don't care. They don't care. You can't really rally them from a distance. I might have to, like, have, like, breadcrumbs. Like, we'll rally them slowly. But now they're all just spreading out again, so like you can't even really do that. I think I just need to send in an athlete, and then I'll win with the athlete. I've got a Tella on my side of the base. Hang on. Do I care? I'm trying to decide if I care. I guess I care. I feel like you would hope that by killing their Tellas properly, they're on cooldown for so long that eventually they would be able to stop spamming Tellas. But like... Also, yeah, that telecam is really funny, isn't it? I feel like that's kind of not the case. Let's see, is this dude almost done? This guy should be despawning soon at 27. And then I'll make an athlete, and hopefully the athlete can just make a run for it. This is definitely the longest a fight has ever gone on for me, though. It's, annoying. It's annoying that this isn't over yet. Yeah, we're at max number. That other one is still out there. We're gonna win now. It just took me forever to get an athlete. Oh no, can the athlete not stand next to the core? Oh no, the athlete can't actually get to the core. It's not over yet. This is so annoying. This is actually so annoying. I don't know what to do about it. Maybe if I just manually move my guys one at a time. I feel like this is gonna go to timer. I feel like this is gonna go to the timer. The perfect slate is just one that's so wide and open that your APOs cannot pathfind to the cores effectively. I don't know what happens if the timer runs out. I hope it's declared a win for me, because obviously I'm fucking winning. Right now, the full army was dealing with that guy. The problem is that they can just spawn the Tellas in fast enough that my army is always distracted by Tellas. And on the rare chance where they're not, they're instead distracted by just taking land in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I'm gonna try to move my guys a little closer, maybe. There's a machine gun there that I feel like is gonna make it so that if the full army doesn't show up at once, it's not useful. But yeah, my full army is now heading to the back corner. They just really want to go to the back corner. I don't know what they see in that back corner, but the pathfinding just sends them into the back corner where they then do nothing. Man, I really need a, maybe if I had those, like the take a tile spell and then like a tornado spell, I could just direct attack the core until it died or something. They're just all hanging out in the back. They're not doing anything. Trying to systematically take all the land in the back. And we have no land anywhere close to the core, because they're only taking land in the very back row. Literally the farthest possible. Yeah, I'm gonna try to spawn athlete back here and see. Hopefully that helps. I think they're gonna get killed. The athlete's gonna get killed by the defenses, though. Well, at least this opens up a path for the next athlete. We're gonna get some progress. Like, there we go. Future athletes will not be distracted by that cannon anymore. They're just not even trying to do anything. I feel like this game's pathfinding is like, it just wants to pathfind them to the back, and then it assumes that their cores are in the back, and if the cores aren't in the back, then it's like, where's the core? I'm done, I made it. Like, look at how they don't try to move towards our own base. They only try to move away. The volcano's on that kind of cooldown. Let's get you in. Still working on those walls. Instead of making progress, this one is going backwards. I'm a bit afraid that it might come down to the blue and red bar if they have to, like, as a tiebreaker. They might do a tiebreaker by looking at the blue and red bars. And if they do that... I'm actually gonna morale up, because our morale is getting kind of bad. I can just do that. Yeah, the pathfinding on this map in particular seems like it's just fully broken. Haven't really had this problem before. I think it's gonna come to a tie. I'm gonna put everyone on defense and see if we can take some of our own land back. And at the very least, maybe we can move my army here, and then once the army's back on my side, then they'll pathfind correctly next time, something like that. But I'm going to try to take as much of my own land back as possible. And maybe if I do that... Ah, shit. Wow. That is such a big brain play. You bait... Dude, that's so bad. I have to summon... Oh, whatever. I don't know. The baiting their pathfinding with a telesummon into the tornado is such bullshit that they did that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to take back as much of my own land as possible so that, in the event that the tie is decided by who has more land, I will definitely have more land. Is my hope. So let's do this now. Nah, the full army is still just distracted by him. Really annoying that we have to rely on the dumbest pathfinding in, like, any game. Like, come on. Okay, our guy beat up their guy. Nope, our Our hunter is distracted. Our hunter's not gonna make it. I can't think of worse pathfinding than this. This is straight up the worst pathfinding I think I've had to experience. Where is he going? I think I am gonna do that, Madman. I think if you look at the site, it says I'm not going to because I never updated it. But I kind of do want to do that, actually. For like a special occasion, I think we'll check out OG Xbox Live. Xbox Live Arcade. They're kind of actually doing it this time. Well, no, they're only here because there's a Tella here. I don't really know. Yeah, I'll probably play Marble Blast. I had to race Marble Blast in Mystery Tournament a little while ago. Except it was like Marble Blast Gold. I forget which one is on Xbox Live Arcade, the OG. Let's see. Yeah, Marble Blast Gold is the one that's on Xbox, is what it says. I don't really know the difference between all of these, but that should be what's on there. Aw, shit. Am I gonna actually lose? Oh my god. Am I gonna lose at the end because of that? Holy shit. Uh-huh. We've got the land advantage, and the timer's gonna run out very soon. Oh, there it is. Okay. Please tell me that's a win. Please tell me I win. Please don't be a draw. Game data has been saved. Please don't be a draw. No game. They didn't give it to me. That actually just went to the timer, and there's no tiebreaker. It just, if you can stall, then you just don't lose. That's fucking insane. You've gotta be shitting me, dude. I just spent like half an hour on that. You have gotta be kidding me. I don't know how to do that better. The pathfinding is just, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna go grab Turnfield. Yeah. I'm gonna go grab Turnfield. Blake missed. Who's Blake? It's not even, I don't know, am I about to start complaining about artificial difficulty as I play this From Software game? But that was literally just like pathfinding. I had that win. That's so stupid that they don't. They don't have any kind of tie-breaking method, because that greatly favors people who can stall. That greatly favors stalling as a strategy. That's a clear, like, mistake on the part of the game developers to not have a tiebreaker method. And I would have done the tiebreaker based on the meter that's on the right side of the screen that says who's winning. Like, I would have just done that. Whoever has more land. But the idea being that if you've got someone pressed back into their base but can't finish them, you nevertheless probably have the majority of the land, so you should win. I don't know. Yeah, I was reading all about that. or I read everything I could possibly read about that the other day. There is an old blog post about it from one of the guys who won. It seems like there was some kind of Japanese Xbox Live clan that was heavily invested in Thousand Land. And one of their guys won the tournament. And theoretically, that means they have a gold Xbox sitting around in their house somewhere, because that was the prize. But they said that the tournament was characterized by stallers versus people who played fair. Or, well, the specific wording on the blog post, and it's a Japanese post, so we're going off a machine translation, but the post said something like, there were those who used the invincible pattern and those who did not. And they were constantly talking about how, like Noble, the people who didn't use the invincible pattern were, and how ultimately he was able to win the tournament without the invincible pattern, so we kind of theorized that that's a stalling setup, but we don't know, because he didn't have, like, pictures of setups that were used or anything. My guys are actually going there this time, sort of. I mean, for whatever it's worth, I think that this game has problems that are very fixable if they were to make a sequel. I think that Thousand Land 2, I don't know if you call that 1001 Land or 2000 Land, but I think that they could really fix a lot of the problems I had with the game pretty easily with a sequel. There's not like the idea is good, so you just have to fix a thing or two. Only costs 120. Okay. Just need to find an APO. There's one. Yeah. I feel like that would be a really complex ROM hack, but some kind of like hack that adds an extra... Some kind of hack that adds an extra option to like the red menu where you have direct control. That's like focus the core. And if you pick that, then it'll go straight for the core and ignore everything else. That would be way too hard to make without like a full decompilation though. And something tells me we will never get a decompilation of Thousand Land. I mean, what kind of processor is it in the Xbox anyway? Is it... I think it's x86. Either that or PowerPC. I think the 360 is PowerPC. Oh my god, that core is dead. Okay. We did it. Basically a Pentium 3. Yeah, so like... I don't know, I'm just saying... Perhaps... there are enough x86 knowers out there who would be able to do it. But, it's just... It's definitely never happening. I didn't know there were Xbox CPU upgrade mods. I know about RAM upgrade mods. The original Xbox dev kit has twice the RAM as the retail console, but I think there's like unpopulated places on the board on some early revisions where you can literally just solder in extra RAM onto the Xbox and then just have an Xbox with more RAM, which I don't think does anything. I think you can then play like the leaked StarCraft Ghosts beta with it or something like that. That's your prize for the RAM expansion. I'm gonna summon Dat Boy. We're gonna send in Dat Boy. Yo, Revan, what's up? Thanks for the raid, dude. Thanks a ton for the raid, Revan. Welcome to Thousand Land. This is late game Thousand Land. I'm trying to win, but they won't let me. You know what? It's time to take matters into my own hands once again. Worked out really well last time, so why not do it again? Oh, they just killed me and then took the land back. Well, that didn't work. Over here they are kind of rampaging through my base. What do we have? We have 359 points. Damn, I really want to lower their morale. Their morale is too high. They have to be crushed. And my army is having a really hard time with these empty moats. Yeah. My morale is good too, but their morale is too good, so they're like actually doing damage in my base, which I don't like. They have a massive land advantage, which is very funny. This attempt is much worse than the last attempt. I'm not really sure why. Oh, hang on. It's not that cheap. It's 120. I don't think summoning that guy is going to do anything. I think they're going to keep beating up the walls up there while my Tele watches. But that's what we're going to do. Try to get this guy in there to cause some damage. $120 is not that cheap, so I don't want to just spam it. Like, I'm gonna be spamming that once we're in an endgame scenario, but we're still sorta, it's still a little bit iffy right now, so I don't think I want to do it. It kind of seems like the eyeball stalks guy can't go up any surface at all. The eyeball stalks guy needs to be placed right next to what we're trying to kill with him, or else he just does nothing. I hope that this core isn't the problem core this time. There's always a problem core. Yeah, ET's doing my job for me. Shoutouts ET. We've got people on this core, so it's probably dead. Core's probably dead. And then it's just a matter of the main core in the back. Oh, did they get scared away? Yep, they are no longer attacking that core. Great. I think they got distracted by Atella or something. I can definitely morale down them at the moment. Oh, they retook that land? Shoot. Hang on. It's time to morale down them. Oh, sick, we got it. Alright, now it's all down to the core in the back. Which means... time to send in the hunter and just hope that he survives all of the cannons. They've got... yeah. That's theirs. Or no, this is mine. This guy's been back here the whole time. He's despawning soon. Hey, we win. Oh my god, that was so much faster this time. I just had to... yeah, the direct land capture spell is really good. I don't know. I feel like Shodai King was already out there, though. Could it be Shodai King? Shodai King has way more wins than everyone else, which makes me feel like he's the guy. And yeah, look how much money I get for beating Shodai King. I could have... that fight was probably optional. That fight that I did was probably optional. After all that. They're using the moats for, like, craters. These are pretty cool looking. Yeah, they've... well, I think that might be the default height. That's either the default height or, like, slightly... I can't get, like, a good side view. Yeah, I think it might be raised slightly. But it's not... I don't think it's max height. Or wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's not quite max height. They did have to raise the entire max size slate up now. Man, they're just sending everyone on attack. That's actually a bit spooky. As soon as this guy's ready. As soon as this guy's ready, I'm sending him in. It's scary to see, like, all 50 of their APOs on the offensive. Yeah, they're doing the screw it, send everybody tech. Just send everybody. The thing is, though, they didn't send everybody. They still have lots of guys on defense, I feel like. We're making very slow forward progress. Well, hopefully my defenses can hold out long enough that we can sort of get a handle on things. This is not comfy, though. Not comfy at all. Well, there's a core. That core is just gonna die. Morale is not doing great. And that core is also not necessarily gonna die, because we're distracted. Okay, yeah, that core is gonna die. Good. Yeah, this game kind of doesn't have a reputation. Like, nobody knows about Thousand Land. Metal Wolf Chaos eventually did get the modern port, but I feel like Metal Wolf Chaos had like there was clout. That game had mystique. People knew about Metal Wolf Chaos for years and were asking for it. Nobody is asking for Thousand Land, so I don't think they're ever gonna do it. Or that they're likely to do it anytime soon, at least. Yeah, well, today it just links to the From Software website. It doesn't even, there's no Wikipedia article for this game, at least not in English. Dude, why are you fighting the wall instead of the core? You were the smack the core guy, and you were not smacking the core. Not very useful. How many of their dudes are back here? I might have to put everyone on defense for a little bit just to like eject them from my base and then lower their morale, and then hopefully they'll just never come back. That's 2 of their cores down. At this point, their last core, I think... Okay, they've got 2 more cores. So they're already kind of on the ropes, but they have a lot of guys in my base, which makes this awkward. I don't really know how I'm gonna kick them out, though. Aren't they supposed to bounce? Hang on. They used to bounce. I have not lowered their morale yet. Oh, it just became available. There we go. Alright, morale down. Okay, my dudes on defense are not actually kicking them out of their base. They're just doing nothing. They're just doing literally nothing. They're gonna send everyone back on offense. We're gonna leave some people in defense. We're gonna have a big offensive party. I think, I need to be prepared to put Charm Powder in the 3x3. The 3x3 of Last Resort. I think we need to be prepared for that. I could also use the square spell to just put guys back there. Yeah, they're in my base. They're in my... Ooh, motherfucker, dude. Can we please get that land back? Can we please get that land back? Can we please get that land back? Thank you. It's gonna stick you right there. Now everyone can go on offense. This is bad, though. They're kind of in the base. They're kind of in the base. I think that once I kick them out of my base, they won't be able to get back in. Because they just have nothing. But, I don't know. Like, we'll just be too up in their face back here for them to really mount a decent defensive. Well, they're gonna get to the cores eventually, it seems. It seems like they're gonna get there. They're just gonna get there in the most roundabout way imaginable. Yeah, they're currently attacking that other core. Oh, is this too steep to spawn that? This is too steep, I think. I think we've found land too steep to spawn a guy in on. Or no, we're at max number. We're at max number. What's my other Tela? I have no idea what Telas are even spawned in right now. I know I have Charm Powder. Oh, my other one is patrolling back there doing nothing. I see him. We're probably finishing this without Telas then. We are winning though, so that's good. I was looking a little sketchy there. They can definitely, if they send a giant offensive at the start, they can definitely do a lot of damage to my base and make things really sketchy. We claimed pretty much their entire side. Look at all this. They claimed our entire side, but we claimed their entire side. That's a win against King Shodai. We'll see if something happens. There's not that many people to fight in Queen rank, it seems like. Like, there's fewer people. So we can't be wrong that many times. I'm confident in Geoslate's future. Enjoy doing what you do. Mr. Ultra? King rank, still locked. Mr. Ultra is new. Black Pepper is new. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here for today. It's been about 4 hours. I think tomorrow is gonna be the finale. I think tomorrow is gonna be the finale of Thousand Land. Also, unless I just look up who to beat and then beat them first try, I think this is gonna become the second longest Xbox game. It is currently the third longest. It overtook Ninja Gaiden Black at the start of the stream today. But game number 2, the second longest game, is amped at 22 and a half hours or something like that. So in 2 hours-ish, this is going to beat that and become the second longest game. It will not be toppling Morrowind, though. Morrowind is safe.